Hello, I'm Helen Sadler, your Destiny Helper. Thank you so much for your constant emails and questions and comments. And thank you so much for all of those that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. It is always an honor. And I am so glad for the comments that these videos are really helping you and assisting you in understanding the position that you're in and what to do about it. Thank you so much for sharing and liking the video. Please continue. And there are various amount of video with different topic, different subjects. So go through the videos because some of the questions you're asking, I have already done videos concerning that topic. And I'm sure it will address your questions. If not, email me at destinyhelper12s at gmail.com. Destinyhelper12s at gmail.com, and I will be sure to address your answers. The question of the day is, why do I feel so spellbound even after I've left? It's taking time to get him out of my mind, to get her out of my mind. Well, when you are with a narcissist, you got to remember the effects that the narcissists have. This is not a normal relationship. NPD can be quite trying because it is a devastating relationship. And even the therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, doctors know what you will have to endure with that narcissistic, well, NPD, that narcissistic personality disorder. When it is a true personality disorder, there's difficulty in expressing themselves because they are not love driven. They are mirror driven. They are memory driven. They are driven by what they have been coded within their system, how you expect them to respond. That's what drives them. Narcissists are often hidden within themselves, trapped within themselves, and can't get out. And you may find that they're mechanical, they're laughing, they're smiling, they're touching, they're systematic. And this is because they usually mirror the expression that they expect for you, expect to give you. You are expecting them to love you. So what they do is watch how you love them. You train them how to love them, and they mirror their expression back because they're unable to give that back to you because everything they do is mechanical. And this is why they seem awkward, and you're trying to figure out what's wrong with them, and no matter what you do to them, it's never enough, and it seems like you're always trying to please, and it's endless, and you keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. Well, anything that you do on a continual basis become a pattern for your life, and what becomes a pattern for your life become a training from your mind, for your mind. So your mind is being trained with the consecutive behavior of the relationship. So you have trained yourself in how to handle the torment, to handle the abuse or the pain of the relationship. And you notice that once the love bombing phase is gone, it is a painful relationship. You know, there's dishonesty, there's triangulation, there's devaluation, there's gaslighting, there's ghosting, there's lying. You never know what to believe. There's changing. They're not stable. They're risk taker. They risk your life and theirs, and they have a pseudo confidence. I mean, they believe things and will risk taking that chance based on their belief, risking you and not themselves. They wanted it to cost you everything. And because they are so mechanical, the way they think is different from the way your human mind thinks. And this is why you wonder, how can they do that to me if they love me? A narcissist is unable to love. And what they do as love is the way you serve them, the way you cater to them. That's their love from you to them. But the way they love you is you pleasing them, and they express the way you're pleasing them, and the pleasure and the measure of the way you're pleasing them through mechanical behavior. They'll do nice things for you, and it's really a reward system. It's not a love system, it's a reward system. So when you love them the way they feel they should be loved, even though they can't reciprocate it, then you get rewarded for this. And sometimes the reward system is to take you to a level of pain, a level of torment. They are constantly gaslighting where you feel like you're going to lose your mind. And they do that so you will never be stable. Your instability is their stability. Your pain is their satisfaction. Your devaluation is their confidence. So you say, I feel like I'm under some type of spell, some type of hypnotic effect. What is going on? The narcissist, that's why it's good to study uh, NPD and to understand what you're going through. The narcissist, it doesn't matter how long you've been with them. Many of you have been with them for 25 years and you're still saying the same thing. You know, I never feel secure. I never feel confident. I never feel stable. I never feel love. I never feel like I can trust them. I never feel like I can just leave myself to them. And the longer I stay with them, the more unstable I become, the more scattered in my mind I become. My thoughts are not connecting. I'm off in my time continuum. I'm getting angry and I live a life of anger, and then I'm self-doubting. I always doubt myself, and self-doubting make me doubt other things. I doubt now if I can get the degree. I doubt now if I can accomplish the mission that I want to accomplish. I doubt now, and sometimes they tell me I'm good on my job, but because he don't tell me, because she don't tell me, I doubt what they're saying about me. A narcissistic relationship can be quite weighty. It can be quite trying. It can be quite devastating because your human mind was not made for such devastation when there's no stability, there's no peace. It's always argumentative. It's always doubting. You can't do anything right. Can you imagine if a child, you tell a child all the time they can't do anything right, and you always find something wrong. And you say, I feel like I'm under the spell. You are. You're under the spell of the narcissist. The narcissist don't only have a psychological effect and a hormonal effect, they affect your physiological. I mean, the longer you stay, you're going to find yourself with different ailments, different disease. You oftentimes, and people who've been married for a while, they just get up and they have to go. They have to get away. They have to get a break because they feel like they're losing their mind. And the atmosphere that they provide is a hostile atmosphere. Oftentimes, even where you have insomnia, you can't sleep, you can't quite eat, you have intestinal issues. And because you have intestinal issues, you have other physiological issues. You don't have proper BMs, because your intestines is all messed up because of the stress. Your food don't properly digest. Some of you got acid reflux from the stress. You are so stressed. You're losing hair. Some of your eyebrows are coming out. Just different things. And you notice your face, even though you're older, your face is breaking out. And no matter what you use, you drink water, you drink lemon water, you're buying all the masks, but your stress level is happening from the inside out. The narcissist, if you don't watch the conversion story where your niceness leave and you take on characteristics of the narcissist, the difference with you is you love, you care, and you care about people. You're concerned with them. You're concerned about their behavior. You're concerned about what goes on with them. And after a while, you start turning hard. You start getting careless. You start not caring because it hurts to care. So you go in a shell and you start hiding within yourself and you don't come out, and you start feeling less and less and less until you feel robotic. You're walking around the house in a daze, in a fog, and you feel like you've been spellbound. You feel like he has a spell on you and you can't break out of this spell. When you want to do good, you think to do. I'm going to get up tomorrow. I'm going to do this. And you get up tomorrow and your energy is gone. You can't do it. And you make a vow to yourself, this is the day I'm going to do this. And now you notice that every day is like the day before. And one day turned into a week, and a week into a month, and a month into a year, and years into years, until you done had several birthdays with no celebration, or you done had sabotage on your birthday. He sets you up to drop you on the most important days of your life, or if you sick, he set you up not to be there. And then fuss at you for wanting him to be there, that you always making demands on me. I can't even be free. And I'm trying to do this, and everything he says he's trying to do, everything she says she's trying to do, she's not trying to do. And you are wasting away like a wind that blows on the desert. It blows the dust layer by layer by layer by layer until you are blown away and you're wondering, I can't take anymore. So you get out, you escape. And even in the escape, you're NC. And even in the NC, you're thinking about the narcissists. You can feel them. You can hear the echo. We have the something we call the echo of the relationship that is ingrained in your memory. This is when his voice travels with you. His voice doesn't leave you no matter where you go. If you're on a plane, the voice is on the plane. You go to another state, the voice is in another state. And you have to detoxify. You have to demagnetize. You have to get out of the arena in your mind of what you've been through with the narcissist, because as long as you stay with the narcissist, he creates an atmosphere not only in your home, but in your mind. And the thing about it, wherever you go, your mind go with you. And so does his voice. If you don't learn to eliminate it, you have to eliminate it. At first, you get the distance. You get the distance where you can start clearing out. And you got to clear layer by layer, like he placed it on you, layer by layer. You live with them, you slept with them, you went with them, you heard them, you helped them, they help you, you talk with them, they abuse you over and over and year after year after year, and the pain doesn't leave overnight. You have to work through that system of pain. You have to get that layer off like they put that layer on. You are not under a spell. You are under the hell-bound mindset and training. Anything that you're exposed to on a consistent basis, teach your mind how to allow it and permit it into your life. You did not know that you were permitting that abuse. You did not know you were being trained for that abuse. You did not know the more you endure the abuse, the more abuse you can endure. The quicker you stop the abuse, the more abuse you disallow. And so the narcissist, this is why they discard you, they ghost you, they make sure they trauma bond you. That's why they give you chocolate here, they praise you here, and then they drop you, and then they come back and praise you while you're in your pain, and it confuses your mind because you thinking you love me and then you drop me. And when you drop me, they come back and love you. And I mean, it seems like they're so sincere. Some of them may even cry. They'll even hold you. And it seems like the making up is always better than what the devastation was. But then it sets you up for a greater devastation. Until now, not only was it by surprise, you now expect the devastation. You encoil that as part of the relationship. Now you are looking for the devastation. And then if some of you not only looking for the devastation, but you create the environment for the devastation, because that become your love language, abuse. That become your love language, torment. And the spell of the narcissist is the realm of continuum. When they continue abusing you until they're rewriting the script of your mind. And I've said this on other videos. When they rewrite the script of your mind download that script and rehearse that script like a movie. recital. The people in the movie, they're good at what they do. They're constantly reciting that script over and over again until they know the script. And when you go to the movie, it's a flow of the script. You're so engulfed in the movie until for a minute your mind is in the reality of the movie, and it ceased to see the movie, it sees the play, and it's so engulfed until all the feelings that is in that screenplay, everything that's in that screenplay, your mind join with it and your mind hook with it. And when the movie is over, it's still in your mind, the certain smells, the certain sounds. And that's the way it is with the narcissist. You smell something, it takes your whole mind go back to the trauma moment because you were trauma bonded. And that way, when the narcissist leaves you, he discard you or you escape. When the narcissist want to come back and the narcissist want to hoover you, he brings you in because that echo becomes his frequency that he's still linked in. And they throw little crumbs to see where you get the crumbs. They throw little bait to see where you bite the bait. This let the narcissist know what they need to do if they get back in. And some narcissists are so good and they got so many women and men that they're triangulating until they got system. Like the first 3 months is these 6 people, and then they discard them because on the next 3 months is these 6 people, and this go year around, year after year after year. And as long as they can keep hoovering these same people, they put them on a cycle until they get tired. And when they get tired of the cycle of the people they're hoovering, then they start the realm of replacement. And this is when the narcissist is going to stay away from you even longer. Now, he may stay away from you every if it's a year, okay, then now you on a 6 month cycle, somebody else is on a 9 month cycle, somebody else is on a 3 month cycle, because they give more of their finances, they are able to handle more pain, they cater to the narcissist more, and so their spellbounding is to give themselves, I mean, even to the point where they almost commit suicide. You on the 3 month, the narcissist knows that I can juice up from them, I can get plenty of fuel from them. No matter how I torment, I broke down their systems, I broke down their mind, I broke down their confidence until I can rear in, and they reel you on in, and they're there with you. Once you open the door, the trouble begins. Once you open the door, and narcissists are known to stalk, to hoover, to harass. They do whatever it takes because you're on this 3 months intricum. And if it takes 3 months, you only have 2 months left because the next 3 months belong to a total group, a different group of people. And so they work very hard and they love bomb you to the max and they work quick. You know, some narcissists come in and they work real quick. And if you are one that is very valuable and you're loaded with giving them fuel and giving them finances, giving them your attention, giving them prestige, especially if you have prestige, they want to get in on your promotion. They want to get in on your prestige. Then what they'll do to break off that system, if you're on a 3 month system, they may even show up once or twice within the 6 months, and then they apologize, and then they're telling you, I can't help myself. I try to leave you, but I can't leave you, and I keep coming back because I love you. I'm trying. And so you thinking that the discard is because the narcissist is trying to get over you, that the narcissist is struggling to get over you. No, the narcissist know that in between the interim of the others that he's triangulating, he have to get you in because you are a valuable resource. You are called the gold token. The gold token are people who the narcissist can just run over. They may be strong-willed, but they weak to the narcissist, and they're loaded with benefit. Their benefit package is worth the narcissist coming back, breaking his own rule. So he won't stay away 3 months. He'll drop you, go 3 months with it, but in the 3 months, a couple of days, 3 days, out of those 3 months, he come back. Then he go to the third 3 months. Then he come back. Then he go to the fourth 3 months. Now it's your turn again, where others get sit on the shelf and discard. Some of them he don't even come back to, because it's not even worth it. And you know where you're the gold, and the silver is when you're on a 3 month cycle. He come back every 3 months, no matter what. He ain't coming back before then. Then you have the bronze. The bronze is when you give him trouble, you argumentative. He got to always fight you, and he don't give you the total golden treatment, because you don't meet the standards, you don't meet the package. So he gives you the bronze treatment, but it's enough to hook you. It's enough to get the echo. It's enough to get you in their memory bank. It's enough to get the recall system going. So you get recalled back for the narcissist, but he don't put you in the vault. He keep you on the outside, or he chef you. The chef, when the narcissist put you on the shelf, because out of the 3 months, he may decide that he only wants you once a year. He only wants you twice a year, because now he got other regimes that have entered the cycle. And so they've entered the cycle, and this is what we call the replacement valve. This is when you get set up on the shelf, because the narcissist has replaced you, and the narcissist has replaced you. So he will frequent you every 3 months, but now it's every 6 months, then it's every 9 months. Now it's every 2 years, every 5 years. Then after 10 years, he show up like nothing has never happened. That is when they have placed you up on a shelf, because you are not as valuable. And so we call this the copper coin. The copper coin is like a penny. Who needs a penny? Every now and then you may need something may cost $2.21. So now you got the penny for the 1 cent. That's the person they can shelf. This is the person they hide. This is the person they don't really introduce you to anybody, and you feel like, what is going on? And even though they don't introduce you to anybody, you feel like you're under the narcissistic spell, because even though it's 5 years, every time he come back, every time she come back, you give them the attention. They have locked themselves in. The love making was just off the charts. And I mean the love bombing, you never got that from anybody else. So you went to other relationships, and they were not like the narcissist. Even though they treated you like a queen, they treated you like a king. No, you didn't want that. You wanted the abuse of the narcissist, because your mind has been trained in the devastation zone. You used to the war zone. In the war zone, there has to be war equipment, war clothing. It has to be war activity, war operation. And you're used to that. You're not used to peacetime, because it's not a lot of activity, even though you are chef. That is the spell. The narcissist is going to train you for what they want. If you stay with them, they're going to train you for them. The only way you miss this training camp is you got to get out. If you don't get out, and when you get out, you got to go and see. You can't be looking on the internet seeing what they're doing. You can't be contacting them. You can't be calling them, emailing them, writing them, going to places that they frequent, so you can just run by and act like you were just there. You got to get them out of your mind. No contact is just that. It's no contact. You have to reward yourself with the system of eliminating the pain, layer by layer, action by action, mindset by mindset, thought by thought, until you get into the realm of human will. The realm of human will is when you strengthen your will against narcissistic manipulation and being a prey to the predator. So you're going to start eliminating that echo, where you get farther and the echo gets fainter. It gets fainter and fainter and fainter until you don't hear it anymore. You only hear your inner voice. You hear the voice. In Christians, you hear the voice of God on the inside of you. You hear your voice. Your voice is speaking to you. Your voice is encouraging you. Your voice is detoxifying you. Your voice is strengthening you. Your voice is pulling you up, encouraging you. Your voice is saying how awesome you are, how wonderful you are. You have learned to hear your voice, because for the longest time, your voice was erased. It's like you had no inner voice, and the inner voice that you had turned to the voice of the narcissist, and you heard what they said over and over and over again. The spell of elimination to break that spell off of you and to break him, eliminating you out of society, eliminating you from progression, eliminating you from goals and planning. He eliminate everything until you are walking shell. You have to get your substance back. And when you get your substance back, you get yourself back. Being under narcissistic spell, it will be that way until you make up in your mind, I'm done. It's enough. I'm not going through this anymore. No more calls, no more emails, no more visitation, no more dinners once a year, no more dinner every 3 months, no more dinners, no more. Because when he come, he's coming with the same thing. You go through the same thing. And some of you have went through it so much you can almost anticipate the narcissist. He come up with a few surprises, but they usually in a regime, they're usually predictable. Sometimes they're very predictable because they got this schedule. And the more women, the more men they have in the regime, and the more supply they need, they start being very predictable because you got to have a strategy and you got to have a course that you are regimenting in order to keep the consistency. And it goes round and round and round and around and around. And sometimes the supply comes to the realization of themselves and they stop the circle. They break the vortex. No more spending. No more spending. And they break that vortex and they clear out and they seal now within their dreams, within their hopes, and they start getting themselves back. And you notice that the longer you stay away from the narcissist, you are reviving. The skin color is coming back, the life is coming back in your eyes, the energy is coming back, your dream is coming back, your hope is coming back, and the craving of your body will want them. And when your body crave them, the longer you stay away, the craving leaves. It doesn't come back. But it's going to be up to you. And it is a fight. It's a fight to stay, and it's a fight to leave. So if you're going to fight, fight for your freedom, fight for your return, fight that the spell is broken. And if you leave, break it. Don't let the tie, don't let the coil, the navel coil of the narcissist stay hooked up to your navel when he is away. Because each time he come back, that wasn't the man that left, because he mirrored his last specimen. And so the person that he keep coming back to, even the person he come back to more frequently, not only did he take you to them, but he keep bringing all of them to you. And every soul that he tied within his life becomes the tying of your soul with what is in his life. And you got all of these things probably that are going on, and you'll wonder why I'm thinking like this, why I'm doing this. That's not you. That's the last three specimens that he got a soul tie with. And that's why you're acting like them. That's why you got a desire that you would normally have a desire for. That came from that one that was in the fourth week. And now you are acting totally unlike yourself because you're being rewritten. Your authentic self is so awesome, so wonderful, so powerful. But you got to come back to yourself. Any spell can be broken. So when it seems like a spell is on you from the narcissist, remember, any spell can be broken. NC, when you're ready and you do NC, you, my friend, is in the recovery zone. The best of you with more wisdom, more experience, because you're wiser now. And the best you forward is in existence. Your life await you. Time await you. Rise up, because every spell can be broken. Get out of the year cycle. Don't be part of a regime that is beneath you. I'm Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. See you on the next video. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share the video. Hope you like the video.